In this great land of ours, the springtime brings out the flowers, the green grass, and boys of all ages. From houses in every block in town come boys with ball gloves, all of them headed for the nearest vacant lot to play baseball. There's always the little one. "Nah, you can't go." "Oh, please." "Well, come on then. You can play. You can play right field. Besides, you have the only good baseball in the neighborhood." So off they go. They're not thinking of guns, of rock. No, none of that. But thinking of the hits they'll get today, of the shutouts they'll pitch. All of their time isn't spent on the vacant lot. Some of it's spent at Crosley Field watching the Reds play ball. These boys would rather be major leaguers than be president. Their dream is to play ball for the Cincinnati Reds. Have all these people cheer for them. Many of them will work hard, practice, respect authority, listen to coaching, learn the game, and will go to a typical minor league training camp in the sunny South. These boys have found the end of the rainbow. Their pot of gold is almost in sight. This is the greatest moment in their lives. They've been invited to spring training by the Cincinnati Reds. They're now ready to start work in earnest to reach their goal to be a big leaguer. In the Reds minor league camps, the boys' every need is cared for. They live with all the other players from all over the country. They have living quarters in good, clean hotels and good, wholesome food ordered from the menu. Young athletes need good, nourishing food to build strong bodies. They live and play under supervision of many specially trained and hand-picked members of the Cincinnati farm system. And now to work. Scouts, coaches, managers in the Reds farm system, under the direction of Farm Director Phil Seghi, start the schooling in classroom sessions and on the field. The boys learn from the finest teachers, great players who have had many years in the game they love. Lectures and drills on the fundamentals of the game never cease. Pitchers practice and practice covering first base. Mistakes are corrected immediately. Red officials know proper instruction here can make a difference in a boy's career. Nothing is spared in the boy's baseball education. The instructors know their business. They know how to handle boys. Yes, your boy is in good hands. A boy away from home, perhaps for the first time, does not neglect his spiritual needs. There are no religious barriers in baseball. Each boy is encouraged to worship his God in his own way, in his own church or synagogue. Even with the busy schedule, the Reds make sure there's time for religious devotion. Times of relaxation after a hard day on the field, baseball is still foremost in their thoughts and conversations. Perhaps someday his name will appear under his picture in the Reds yearbook. Another day, and it's back to work at school with the pitchers learning from the experts. Instructors teach the finer points of pitching. They work on pickoff plays, fielding position. Others practice bunting while the defense is drilling at the same time. Lunch break now in the middle of the day's activity. A light lunch planned by the camp dietitian is brought right to the field. Just enough to give the boy that energy he needs for the afternoon's activity. They drink gallons and gallons of milk. Boys like to eat, but they don't want to miss a minute of this golden time. So now it's back to work. The drills go on and on under the hot sun. Some boys show extra promise and earn a trip to the big league camp in Tampa. The bag is packed. He's on his way. His dream of being a big league ball player is coming closer to reality. There it is, Tampa, Florida, the spring home of the Cincinnati Reds. Here he joins others who have been called, a rookie with an established player. Everybody's equal, no favorites. They eat and live and play as one family. The food is good, life is wonderful. Family, friends, sweethearts back home are not forgotten. That letter to Mom lets her know her son is being well cared for so many miles from home. So now to the Reds clubhouse for the first practice session of the new season. Reading letters from home. On this first day in the clubhouse, greetings are exchanged, old acquaintances renewed, new lasting friendships are born, equipment is checked. And finally the word is given, it's time to take the field. The entire squad, rookies, established players alike, go to work. This is the day they've waited for through the long winter months. Trained experts supervise the work of getting kinks out of those muscles rusty from the winter layoff. Nobody is spared this conditioning program. An athlete must be in top shape to be at his best. These ball players certainly do not resemble the famed Rockettes dancing line, but precision is not the important factor here. A youngster has to check his eager desire to impress. He must take it easy at first. If he puts too much into the first day, he may pay for it tomorrow. Pitchers begin to throw. Early in training, players pose for publicity pictures which will appear in newspapers, on television, in movie theaters all over the nation, publicizing our city, our players. These are familiar faces. Now here's a pitcher who never gets a sore arm, though he works all the time. They call him Iron Mike. He's the pitching machine. Two of these machines are used continually as batters sharpen their eyes. General Manager Gabe Paul leaves his busy office for a moment to relax and watch the action. So the training continues day after day. Players get rid of unneeded fat. They harden muscles, and each day they get nearer that physical perfection which they need for the long season ahead. Inter-squad games start, and it's running, and more running for everybody. Pepper games go on all. This is a great conditioner for all the players. Hour upon hour is spent in the batting cages. As the days go by, that sharp ring of a ball well hit is heard more often as the established player gets his timing. And the rookie polishes his already fine swing. The slugger watches one go by, and then goes for the long one. Even in the major leagues, instructions never cease. Batting is taught by an expert. One of the youngsters shows the form which earned him a try in the majors. All the catchers in camp work hard too, handling pitchers who are warming up. All this goes on while the rest of the squad plays inter-squad games with the great stars playing on both clubs. Nothing like actual game conditions to get a club ready. A rookie signs a contract with the Cincinnati organization. Hard work, talent, special coaching have paid off for him. He's made a ball club. His career is on its way. A big day in Tampa is the opening game of the exhibition season. It's preceded by familiar ceremonies. Officials of the White Sox and the Reds are introduced, and a color guard marches to the flagpole in right field. In the always emotional moment, the flag is raised. Mayor of Tampa throws out the first ball, and the first game of the Grapefruit League season began. Reds owner Powell Crosley Jr., General Manager Gabe Paul watch from the stand. The Reds will visit the other nearby cities in Florida, traveling the short trips in deluxe buses to play the other major league teams. Tampa is the center of spring training camps in Florida. Fans will see all the good players, the great players, the rookies, see all the action, the thrills in those games they'll see at Crosley Field all summer. Red fans who follow the team to Florida each spring cheer when a run crosses home plate. They hope there'll be many hundred more during the summer months. Finally, it's over in the south. The club starts north. Players, officials, members of the press, radio and television say goodbye to the friendly people in Tampa and start the trek which will end with opening day in Cincinnati. The Reds use airplanes, trains, buses to reach towns where they'll play other major league teams in exhibition games on the way. It's always a big event when the Reds play these games. Fans see the big stars in action, and they began right here to make plans to visit Crosley Field during the regular season. Finally, the Reds are home. It's opening day, traditionally the biggest event of the year in Cincinnati. Traditional, too, to be the first in line for a ticket for the sun deck. On this day, thousands of employees report they're ill and can't come to work. The boss frowns. He wants to get away early, too. Why? Well, he has tickets to the opening game. Cincinnati school children get out of school if they have tickets. Many of the out-of-town schools follow the same practice. What a day this is, opening day. Inside the park, the established player finds an old friend, Crosley Field. The rookie looks around for the first time at the park, which will shape his destiny. Early arriving fans see brightly painted seats, the neat playing field. Those who maintain this beautiful ballpark have done their job well indeed. One of baseball's showpieces, Crosley Field. Crowds gather for a look at the familiar faces and a look at the new ones. Now the stage is set. Opening day is here at last. Finally the ceremonies start. Fans stand in respect to the flag. Color guard escorts the flag around the field. And the band gives out with some stirring music. Findlay Market Association participates in the opening day festivities as they traditionally do. The members of the Cincinnati Reds, sporting brand new uniforms, line up on the third base line to be inspected by the fans. Mr. Crosley and Mr. Paul look at the players and wonder what the year will bring, what new star will rise. The officials who conduct the program are introduced. The mayor officially welcomes the team. Mr. Crosley acknowledges the welcome. The general manager receives a token from the Knothole Club of Greater Cincinnati, given for the Reds' assistance to their program. A beautiful singing voice rings through the packed ballpark with the Star-Spangled Banner as Old Glory rises to proclaim that the national pastime, baseball, the American game, once again captures the imagination and the conversation of a nation of free people. Governors of Ohio and Kentucky traditionally attend the opening game. One of them throws out the first ball. The mayor of Cincinnati makes the first pitch. The press box is a busy beehive as thousands of words will be sent across the nation. Newsmen will write their stories, pictures will be taken, play-by-play of the game will reach untold thousands of radio listeners. And the bright eye of the television camera will bring the game into the living rooms and business houses all over the Ohio Valley as we wait for the magic word from the umpires to play ball. The Cincinnati Reds take the field to start the new season. What will it bring? It's up to the strong men who play the game now. The first pitch is made. It's play ball. And as every spine tingles, 30,000 pairs of eyes glisten with anticipation and perhaps a tear or two. A new season has started. And so begins 154 games of thrilling action for the finest baseball fans in the world, the fans of the Cincinnati Reds. When they come to Crosley Field, they'll see the established ball player, the great star. They'll thrill at the promise shown by a rookie. Not long ago, he was like that little boy who had the only baseball on the block, remember? No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, rich or poor, if you can hit, run, and throw, there's a chance for you right here. And so ends another opening day in Cincinnati. Nothing like it in all of baseball. These fans like what they saw. They'll come again and again to beautiful Crosley Field. Now that the season's underway, Road Secretary Johnny Murdo makes travel arrangements with an airline representative. And away go the Reds on a road trip, visiting all the cities in the National League. season goes on. The Reds win some and lose some. And at Crosley Field, the fans see not only the Reds, but they see the great and famous stars who visit with other teams. Gil Hodges, Ernie Banks, Robin Roberts, Willie Mays, Eddie Matthews, Hank Aaron, many, many others. They see all the action. Good baseball fans know there'll be wins and losses. They know they'll see great plays, hustle, dash. They know they'll see America's finest entertainment for the whole family, baseball. These fans will return to Crosley Field again and again to see not only a ball game, but something extra. The club arranges many special days and nights in which civic groups, amateur ball teams, and entire cities participate, bringing honor to themselves and to their Cincinnati ball club. The Reds are grateful for this interest and cooperate in any way possible. There's Amateur Baseball Night, where money is raised to support the Greater Cincinnati Amateur Baseball Fund. One of the big ones for the fans is Camera Night. Fans get to go on the field and snap pictures of their favorite players. A clinic is conducted by Red players to teach the youngsters the finer points of the game. Lectures by players and actual field demonstrations go into the schooling of those attending. All graduates of the clinic get a free ticket to a future Reds game, a very satisfactory diploma for being a good student. All the children in the family participate often in other special events at Crosley Field. Oh yes, the youngsters have a great time in the ballpark. Very special occasion is Hall of Fame night at Crosley Field. Brings back to relive past glories some of the great players of years gone by. Members of the press present plaques to those famous Cincinnati players selected for honor, retell the story of their great days. We've had so many. These are just a few, more being added each year. One of the greatest was this man, Ernie Lombardi, back to the spot he loved best. What a lineup this is. Bucky Walters, Lombardi, Paul Derringer, Vander Meer, McCormick. What memories they bring to Cincinnati fans. But memories aren't enough. A reunion of the world's champion Reds team of 1940 fills the park. Here are all the living members of that great team. Just run the clock back 2 decades for this scene. The creaking arms, the older bodies have the will, but perhaps not the way. Famous names, famous managers, compare notes. Old friends meet again after so many years. It was a great honor to give an autograph. It still is. The players line up and are introduced prior to a great ball game. And now that ball game starts. There's Werber, Fry, Lombardi, McCormick, Goodman. Yes, Cincinnati has had so many greats. Cincinnati also has had many firsts. It's the birthplace of professional baseball, so it's natural the first night game in the majors was played here. Crosley Field is now the favorite cool spot in the summertime for a night game. Spectators are comfortable in the only air-cooled stands in baseball, cooled by 54 huge jet air fans. Fans see the finest scoreboard in the major league. So the schedule is played. Day games, night games, thrills, wins, losses, heartbreaks, joy, frustration, for those fans who live and die with the fortunes of the Reds. If they win, they're happy. If they lose, well, this is another day. We'll get them today for sure. Things look good. The Reds are hitting today, getting runs. small fry are disappointed when a long drive to left by their hero is caught by that pesky left fielder. But they're noisily happy when a Red drives one into the sun deck for a homer. Loyal fans applaud. A job well done. Cheer their favorite. Once in a while, a player will capture the fancy of the fans, and they'll come from all over the Ohio Valley to see him play. Such a player is this young man. How did he get here? Very rarely does a player come along who has all the tools, as they say in baseball, to be really great. Cincinnati Reds' fine scouting force works hard to get this boy and others like him to join the Cincinnati organization. They try to get the cream of the crop. This boy is an example, a rookie who advanced through the farm system to be a big leaguer. He's destined to be a big star. Crosley Field is famous for its good food and refreshing thirst quenchers. Fine variety of both are on sale in clean concession stands and by vendors. Maybe if I get out there, a player will come right by me and I can touch him. Well, the game is over. The season is finished. The ballpark is empty. Empty except for the youngsters who dream of another day, another game, another season. And perhaps a day when they will wear a Cincinnati Reds uniform and be a big leaguer. Be on this club. Hit a home run to win the World Series. They work hard, live a good, clean life, respect authority, learn the game. Someday fans like you and I will watch them and others like them as they reach their goal and play ball for the Cincinnati Reds.